Hello, hello. I am Coach Corey Sartori. I empower high achieving female entrepreneurs to shift their mindset to grow their confidence, business, and bank account. I am so excited to talk to you today about mindset. Your thoughts are either helping you or hurting you. And this is something that lately I've been really diving into, and it's helped me build awareness around my thoughts so I can begin to create the life that I love. So I'm a big believer in law of attraction. It was one of the first things I was introduced when I began my self-development journey back in 2013, along with vision and goals and so many other things. And all of these things really talk about law of attraction. And I wasn't aware of for many years that what that meant was the law of attraction wasn't just about what I wanted and valued in my life, but it connected to the thoughts I had, the emotions I felt, and so many other things. I can honestly say I know that you are creating the life that you have right now through your thoughts. And I know this because I used to live a life where I was absolutely miserable. I look back on my early 20s, from the time I was 20 to my early 30s, I was unhappy. I was toxic. I was pissed off all the time. I thought I knew everything. My ego was running the show. And I was constantly attracting negative situations, negative people. I was always in toxic relationships, whether that was with a romantic partner or friends. I just wasn't living a life I loved. And it was because the thoughts that I had in my head were, I'm not good enough. I'm never going to have this. And they weren't serving me. They weren't adding value to me. Even though I knew I wanted more out of life, I didn't know how to get it. And once I started my own self-development journey, it became aware to me that I really needed to focus on the thoughts that I had and how I felt. Because being pissed off all the time, thinking I was better than everybody, jealousy, frustration, all of these emotions that weren't positive were allowing me to attract things into my life that were not positive. And in 2013, when I started my self-development journey, I started surrounding myself with positive people. I started focusing on gratitude. I started my vision and goal practice. And I started working towards creating a life that I loved. And I even remember something that was super powerful for me. So in 2015, I'd already been working on my vision and goal practice for 2 years. And I had on my vision at this point that I wanted to get married and I wanted to have a family. But I had this anti-vision in the back of my head that was like, you're never going to have it. And so even though I had created this beautiful vision for my life that I was going to get married and have a family, in the back of my mind, I kept saying, it's never going to happen. And until I built awareness around this thought, I wasn't able to attract the right partner. And it's so funny, in 2015, it was October of 2015, where I finally became aware of, I like to call it my anti-vision, right? Because I had this beautiful vision for my life. And then I had this anti-vision saying, you're never going to have it. And once I built awareness around that and was able to stop it and change it and shift it, within 6 months, my husband came into my life. And so I know that you can create the life that you want through your thoughts, through your emotions. So think about the life that you have right now. The life that you have right now in this moment is a life that you have created through your thoughts, through your emotions, and through your actions, and not by any fault of your own. It just is, right? Like, we're all vibrational beings. We are all putting things out into the world and we are attracting things back in. And so if you have been living with blame, which I did for so many years, I lived as a victim, like, that's negative energy, right? Because there's a lot of resentment and frustration in those feelings. And that's what I was putting out into the universe. And so that is what I was attracting back. And until I built awareness around this and started changing the way that I was thinking, I was not able to create the life that I have now. And so something I do when I have thoughts running through my head, right? Like, we all are telling ourselves stories all day long. Somebody walks by you in a grocery store and they give you a weird look. You start telling yourself, oh, they must not like me. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough, right? You start a dialogue that, whether it's negative or positive, it's just your perception. It doesn't actually make it true. But when we're creating those negative thinkings about ourselves, it's bringing up negative emotions. And then that's what we start to put out into the world. But when we're able to focus on positivity and love and kindness, and when we hear those negative stories, changing them into a positive affirmation, we are able to start bringing in more joy, possibility, love, happiness into our lives. And so for me, one of the biggest things that helped me to create the life I have now, because the life I have now is like I never would have thought that I would have this life. I'm married to my best friend. We've been married for 5 years. We have an awesome son. He's 4.5, and he just lights up my life. I am running my own business. I don't work for anybody else but me, and I work maybe 25 to 30 hours a week, and I'm making very good money coaching. And I'm so grateful for this because I chose to believe in myself. I chose to change my thoughts about who I was. I chose to change my thoughts about my business. I chose to change my thoughts about relationships because for me, I had been in a codependent toxic relationship for more than a decade, and I had to let go of the thinking that was all I was ever going to have. And once I was able to release that thought, I was able to create a happy, healthy, awesome relationship with my husband. And so the thoughts that you think really create your life. They create your relationships, and they create your success in business and life. And so if you want to begin to create the life and business that you want, you have to start with your thoughts, because everything starts in your mind. Like, you think of a beautiful building, right? You go to New York City, all of these buildings everywhere. Those buildings were a thought in somebody's head before they were reality. We think our life into truth. Like, we create the life that we have through thoughts. Everything is a thought before it is tangible in our life. And so you have to change your thoughts to change your life. I think we've all heard that all before. You have to change your mind to change your life. And so you need to start with positive thinking, positive emotions, feeling those emotions. And I often do this through meditation. I will spend 15 minutes thinking a positive thought, feeling that emotion that is connected with it, so I can set my intention for the day and go into the day with a positive vibration, so then I can attract more positive things into my life. But even just building awareness around my thoughts has helped me so much. When I have a negative thought come in where I'm not good enough, or I have that fear of failure or the anger, I take the time to stop the thought and breathe, and then shift it into a positive affirmation. I am worthy, I am happy, I am love, I am joy. And I come back to that affirmation, so then I can change the way that I'm feeling and start putting it out into the universe. So if you are ready to change your life, you have to start by changing your thoughts, and you have to start changing your feelings so you can draw in those things. If you are somebody who's constantly stressed, you probably have a physical ailment. Like, that stress is a fight or flight feeling. Your body will start reacting to it. And if you're constantly stressed, a lot of people can end up with autoimmune diseases and just cancer. Like, if you are in a constant state of stress and anxiety, you can create illness within your body. And you can also create health within your body by believing you're healed. Like, I look back on when I was going through cancer and when I was going through all of these treatments, I would sit and I would think, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm healed, I'm whole. And by the time I had my mastectomy on my left breast, almost all of my cancer was gone. And I know, yes, chemo helped, but I know because I believed that I was healed, it went away. So your thoughts are powerful, and they create your life. And so if you are ready to transform your life and ready to transform your business, start with your thoughts and then your actions, but start with your thoughts and your emotions first, and then you can get into action. So I hope that you found this valuable. I hope that you choose to set an intention for your day that's a positive one, and come back to it as you move throughout your day to help you stay in that positive vibration, that positive emotion, so you can begin to create the life and business that you want. If you want more support with this, I have 5 spots open for my one-on-one coaching program for November, and I would love to support you in creating the life and business that you absolutely love. Send me a DM with the word program to find out more. I know that this is possible for you because I have created the life that I have today through my thoughts and through my actions and through my emotions. So I know I can support you in creating the life and business that you absolutely love and adore. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you for being you, and I look forward to connecting soon. Again, send me a DM with the word program to find out more about my one-on-one coaching program and how it can help you create the life you want through your thoughts and actions. Thank you.